Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me, please. Good afternoon. Let me know if you can hear me in the comment section, please. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section, please. Please let me know if you can hear me. Yes, good afternoon. Okay, very good. That is fine. Thank you so much. So we're going to start today. Today we are going to answer questions on that topic, Distanza di Sicurezza. We started last week. So today we are going to continue from there. And, let's see what we can be able to do today. Please don't forget that you can ask questions regarding anything you don't understand. You can leave your comment in the comment section. I will always try my best to give you the best explanation. So, and please, before we continue, if you're not in our Zoom class, you can join our Zoom class. You have 2 days of free classes. You can reach out to me through this number you have in here on your screen, 388-643-1524. So you can reach out to me through that number. As I said, you have 2 days of free classes. Okay, so today we're going to start with this question number 8, which happens to be our question number 1 today, because as I said, we started last week. So last week we stopped at question number 7. So today we are going to continue from question number 8, which said, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere mantenuta per evitare lo scontro frontale. What is our response to this question? Number 8. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere mantenuta per evitare lo scontro frontale. Is it true or false? Vero o falso? Che la distanza di sicurezza deve essere mantenuta per evitare lo scontro frontale. Is it true or false? Vero or false? Question number 8, which happens to be our question number 1 of today. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere mantenuta per evitare lo scontro frontale. Okay, so now the question is saying that the safety distance needs to be maintained to avoid head-to-head collision. And this is head-to-head collision, or scontro frontale, as they call it there. And remember, the reason why we need to maintain a safety distance from the vehicle that we are following is to avoid hitting that vehicle from behind whenever that vehicle stopped, maybe unexpectedly, or when it is necessary to stop. And now, this type of hitting is called tamponamento stradale. That is tamponamento, you understand? So when you hit somebody from the back, it's called tamponamento. And that is the reason why you need to keep a safety distance to avoid hitting a vehicle that you are following from the back. So the answer is falso, because it is not true that you need to maintain a safety distance to avoid head-to-head collision. So, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere mantenuta per evitare lo scontro frontale. That is not correct. The answer is falso. Number 9, which happens to be our question number 2 for today, it said, la distanza di sicurezza può essere inferiore allo spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione. So what is our response to question number 9? La distanza di sicurezza può essere inferiore allo spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione. True or false? È vero o falso? Question number 9. Is it true or false? La distanza di sicurezza può essere inferiore allo spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione. If you see this kind of a question on your exam day, what would be your response? True or false? La distanza di sicurezza può essere inferiore allo spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione. It seems we don't know the answer to this question, right? Okay, so let's assume or pretend that we don't know the answer to this question. La distanza di sicurezza può essere inferiore allo spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione. So remember, the safety distance that you need to keep from a vehicle that you are following is to avoid hitting that vehicle from behind. 1. 2, what is spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione? Remember, when we started this topic, we said that, for example, you are here and you sighted this vehicle that is stopped to give right of way to this pedestrian. So when you sighted the vehicle, you were still on movement. So before you now start applying brake, you must have covered a certain distance, which is called spazio di reazione. And this spazio di reazione is equivalent to the safety distance that you are supposed to keep from the vehicle that you are following. You understand? Depending on the velocity, though. Now, spazio di frenatura is from here to here. And now you can see that because spazio di frenatura is from when you start to apply the brake to when you were able to stop the vehicle. But what is the question telling us? The question is telling us that the safety distance can be less than the braking space or distance, which is not true, or stopping space, which is not true, because you can see now that the total space that you need to stop your vehicle is the reaction space and the braking space. Putting them together is what you needed to stop your vehicle. And now reaction space, braking space is inside safety distance. And now the question is telling you now that safety distance can be lesser than the stopping space, which is not true, because if you try it like that, you will end up hitting the vehicle that you are following from behind. So, la distanza di sicurezza può essere inferiore allo spazio percorso nel tempo di reazione. No, that is not correct. The answer is falso. Then question number 10. It said, la distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km orario deve essere di circa 42 metri. So what is our response to this question? La distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km deve essere di circa 42 metri. La distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km orario deve essere di circa 42 metri. What is our response to question number 10? Please do not forget to like and share this video as we are responding to these questions. Also, invite somebody to join. I appreciate you as you do so. It's a way to also encourage me. Thank you. La distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km orario deve essere di circa 42 metri. Okay. So the question says, the safety distance that you need to keep if you are traveling 150 kilometers per hour should be about 42 meters. Now, remember, when you are traveling 150 kilometers per hour, in 1 second, in that 150 kilometers per hour, you covered about 45 meters in 1 second. So in 1 second, if you're traveling 150 kilometers per hour, you covered about 45 meters. Circa, as in about. Now remember, they gave us 42, and 45 minus 4, we are having 41 to be the minimum, you understand? So at the end of the day, yes, the answer is 0, because if you are traveling 50 kilometers per hour, in 1 second, you cover 45 meters about. And remember, inside that 45, we remember how to remove 4 and also add 4. So if you remove 4, or if you remove 4, at the end of the day, you see that 42 fall inside those numbers. And at the end of the day, you see that the answer is 0. La distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km orario deve essere di circa 42 metri. Please, if you don't know how I got 45, or how this how they got this 42, you can let me know in the comment section. I've explained it before, but I can still do that. That will be, when somebody is requesting for it, because otherwise it will look as if I'm repeating everything at the same time. So the answer is 0. Then question number 11, it said, in un secondo si percorrono circa 36 metri se si viaggia a 130 km orario. What is our response in our question number 11? That happens to be our question number, is it question number 4 or 5? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 4. Question number 4 of today. So what is our response to question number 11? Vero or falso? In un secondo si percorrono circa 36 metri se si viaggia a 130 km/h, which is in 1 second you cover a distance of 36 meters if you're traveling 130 kilometers per hour. Remember to know that you multiply this one, taking away this first zero, multiply this one by 3, and if you multiply 13 by 3, I think it's going to give us 39, if I'm correct, 39. And remember we said you need to count 4 below and count 4 above. If you count 4 below, you have 38, you have 37, you have 36, you have 35, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see 36 fall inside, and then that is true. It means that if you are traveling under the velocity of 130 kilometers per hour, like in this place, in 1 second, you will cover at least 36 meters in 1 second. So in 2 seconds, you multiply that, in 3 seconds, thereabout. That is why when you are traveling in autostrada, you need to maintain a good safety distance that will be enough for you to stop in case you need to stop. So the answer is vero. In un secondo si percorrono circa 36 metri se si viaggia a 130 km/h. The answer is vero. So question number 12. He said, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata quando il veicolo che procede trasporta un carico sporgente poco stabile. So what is our response to this question number 12? La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata quando il veicolo che procede trasporta un carico sporgente poco stabile. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata quando il veicolo che procede trasporta un carico sporgente poco stabile. What is our response? Question number 12. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata quando il veicolo che precede trasporta un carico sporgente poco stabile. Okay. Very good. So, yes, the answer is vero. When you are, traveling behind a vehicle in this kind of situation, that is carrying loads that can easily disperse, loads that can easily fall out, that are not stable, you need to increase your safety distance, because anything can fall out from here. It could be this, the children's bicycle, it could be whatsoever, it can fall out. Then if it fall out, what will you have to do? Obviously, you need to stop your vehicle. Now, if the space is not sufficient, what will you do then? That is why it is necessary to understand that when you are traveling behind a vehicle that is, loaded like this, as they will use the word poco stabile, you need to aumentare la distanza di sicurezza. You need to increase your safety distance. So that is it. And the answer here is vero. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata quando il veicolo che precede trasporta un carico sporgente poco stabile. You understand? So the answer is vero. Question number 13. Okay, so question number 13, he said, quando si circola in autostrada è possibile diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto non ci si aspetta una frenata improvvisa dal veicolo che precede. Quando si viaggia, quando si circola in autostrada è possibile diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto non ci si aspetta una frenata improvvisa dal veicolo che procede. Quando si circola in autostrada è possibile diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto non ci si aspetta una frenata improvvisa dal veicolo che precede. What is our response to this question? I'm still waiting for a response to question number 13. Quando si circola in autostrada è possibile diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto non ci si aspetta una frenata improvvisa dal veicolo che precede. Okay. The question is saying that while circulating in autostrada, it is possible to reduce the safety distance as long as you are not expecting unexpected braking from the vehicle that you are following. Now, as a driver, you need to be expecting unexpected braking at any time. The vehicle that you are following can decide to stop at any time. And that is why you need to increase your safety distance. And remember, one of the objective of the owner of the road, or let me say the main objective of the owner of the road, why we are asked to do driving lessons, the courses, to read them and study them, is to ensure the safety of the road and its users. Now, do you think the owner of the road will ever require you or encourage you to reduce safety distance? I don't think so. And please help us out in the comment section. What do you do to reduce safety distance? In the other side, what do you understand by reducing? When you are asked to reduce safety distance, what do you do? If you know it, just let us know in the comment section. You understand? What do you do now? If I'm to reduce my safety distance, because I'm driving, right? Or let me do it like this. If I'm to reduce my safety distance while I'm driving, am I supposed to reduce my speed or to increase my speed? In the comment section, please. To reduce my safety distance, do I have to increase my speed or reduce my speed? Because I want to reduce my safety distance. Look at it here. For example, this vehicle here. One, I want you to understand it from here so that in case you see another question, that is talking about this reduction of safety distance, so that you understand how to, navigate such questions. So this two vehicle here, A and B, remember it is vehicle B that is maintaining this distance. Now, my question is, what will vehicle B do now to reduce this safety distance? Will this vehicle B have to reduce its speed or increase its speed? So, what is the vehicle B? What will the driver of the vehicle B have to do to reduce this safety distance? Okay, so when you reduce your speed, look, this is the vehicle that is driving, that is maintaining the safety distance. Take note, when this vehicle reduces its speed, this space will increase. It will increase. But in order for this vehicle to reduce this speed, to reduce this safety distance, it means that this vehicle will have to increase its speed. You understand? So if the vehicle B has a vehicle, do we call it A and B? Sorry. I think I wrote B and B. It's supposed to be B and A. So for vehicle B, in this case, to reduce the safety distance, he will have to increase its speed. Remember, the owner of the road will hardly encourage you to increase speed. This is one thing you need to understand. So, whenever question is telling you that you need to diminuire la distanza de sicurezza, it is not telling you to diminuire la velocità. There are two different things, because if you diminuire la velocità, which is if you reduce velocità, what happens to safety distance? It will increase. So if you increase velocità, what happens to safety distance? It will reduce. The same thing, if you reduce safety distance, it means you have increased your speed. You understand? And if you increase safety distance, it means you have reduced your speed. You understand? So it is not true that, just as it's written here, that whenever you are circulating in autostrada, it is possible to reduce the safety distance, because, or as long as you are not expecting the driver that is above you to stop unexpectedly. You know, this is road. You need to, you can, it can happen at any time, you understand? So that is why if you see this type of vehicle, you know, the way this vehicle is running is too close, you understand? This vehicle is supposed to maintain, you know, a speed from this vehicle, from the vehicle that is following anyway, because if there is any unexpected braking, definitely there will be no chance for the driver of this vehicle to intervene. So the answer is falso. Quando si circola in autostrada è possibile diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto non ci si aspetta una frenata improvvisa da veicolo che precede. No, the answer is falso. You need to, you need to maintain safety distance, you understand? And increase it, not for you to reduce it, you understand? The more you have a space to stop your vehicle, the better it is for you and, you know, for every other road user. So the answer is false. Question number 14. Question number 14. Please make sure that place is cleared. Make sure you understand it very well. Not just because of this question, but because of every other question that is under Distanza de Sicurezza and I think under Nome Varie also. Is it Nome Varie? Yes. Yes, under Nome Varie also. When they talk about, you know, Carico Poco style. So understand this thing, that always have the picture that you are having space between you and a vehicle that you are following to reduce this space, because you are the one maintaining this space. Count the vehicle that is, you know, in front of you, out of it. You are the one that is maintaining this space. So to reduce this space, what do? You speed up. And to increase the space, what do? You reduce your speed. So always remember it like this. It will help you, you know, over so many other questions out there. Then that is it. Then question number 14, sorry. It said, se il veicolo che procede è un autocarro, si deve diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto i veicoli pesanti hanno uno spazio di frenatura molto più lungo rispetto agli altri veicoli. What is our response to this question number 14? Se il veicolo che precede è un autocarro, si deve diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto i veicoli pesanti hanno uno spazio di frenatura molto più lungo rispetto agli altri veicoli. Se il veicolo che precede è un autocarro, si deve diminuire la distanza di sicurezza in quanto i veicoli pesanti hanno uno spazio di frenatura molto più lungo rispetto agli altri veicoli. se il veicolo che precede è un autocarro. Remember I told us that you always need to learn how to break questions, in pieces. Whenever you are having long question like this, please use the comma and the full stop to help yourself. Break the question into, parts, and comma, full stop, and question mark. You understand? This will help you to understand each part of the question. Now, for example, here say il veicolo che precede è un autocarro. Now, let us understand this, please. He said, if the vehicle that I am following is a lorry, so if the vehicle that I'm following is a lorry, let's keep that part aside. Si deve diminuire la distanza di sicurezza. I need to reduce safety distance. Remember, I just explained to us, what do you have to do to reduce safety distance? If we turn it upside down, it means that I have to increase my speed. I have to speed up. If the vehicle, now let's put it like this. If the vehicle that I'm following is a trailer or a lorry, I have to speed up. You understand? In quanto I veicoli pesanti hanno uno spazio di frenatura molto più lungo rispetto agli altri veicoli. As long as those heavy vehicles, they have a braking space that is longer compared to other vehicles. Even though from here to here is true, but from here to here is not true. It's not correct. Because I just explained it to us that you cannot, the owner of the road, in no condition that he can encourage you or advise you to speed up. You understand? To increase your speed. Speed is one of the most dangerous things out there in driving. That it can, it's one of the most dangerous. If you are overtaking with speed, so the only way that you are advised to increase your speed is when you are overtaking a vehicle. Now, it is not just that there is no direct advice like increase your speed. They only told us to make sure that the difference, between our speed is not little, which means if you are overtaking somebody that is driving 60 kilometers per hour, now you are overtaking this person 65. So the difference is little. It is not that you cannot do it, but it is, it is dangerous, because at the end of the day, the overtaking space will be longer, which can, can lead to danger. It can be the reason for accident. You understand? There is also a question like that. That is the only way we are advised. As I said, not directly advised to increase speed. They only told us, do not allow the difference to be little. You understand? So take note. Whenever a question is telling you to increase your speed, you understand? Like, just as I said, this place is not directly telling you to increase your speed, but I just explained to you what it means to, diminuire la distanza di sicurezza. Diminuire la distanza di sicurezza, it means speed up, increase your speed, because when you increase your speed, you cover the distance. And this is wrong as a driver, for you to increase your speed, because the vehicle that you are following is a lorry, and all those lorries, they have braking space that is longer than every other vehicle. Even though it is true that lorries, they have a braking space that is longer than auto vettura, it is not true that for that reason you have to increase your speed or reduce the safety distance? What happened if, for example, the lorry, stop unexpectedly? You understand? Or something happened. So what will you do? How will you stop your vehicle? So that is why you see, like this vehicle here, as he's following this vehicle, is supposed to increase his safety distance. It's just this is a bumper to bumper. It is not correct at all. You see the way this vehicle. Now remember, let us do it like this. This is autostrada. Now let's just pretend that the vehicles in this lane, you understand, the vehicles in this lane, they are driving 80 kilometers per hour. Remember, in autostrada, those heavy duty vehicles, they are, their maximum speed is 80 kilometers per hour. So let's assume these vehicles here, they are driving 80 kilometers per hour. So let's also assume this vehicle is driving 80 kilometers per hour. Now, what is the distance that this vehicle is supposed to keep from this vehicle? The distance it's supposed to keep is 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is going to give us 20. It's going to give us 24, right? So it means that the distance or the space between this vehicle and this vehicle is supposed to be 24. Now let's say minimum distance. The minimum distance between this vehicle and these two vehicles here is supposed to be 20 meters. You know what 20 meters is? Are you seeing 20 meters from here? To me, I'm not seeing 20 meters. What I'm seeing there is 5 or 6 meters, if not less than. You understand? And this is why you see most times accident happen, out there. When you see any little thing, you see, tamponamenti, vehicles and vehicles hitting each other. You understand? Now, let us come here. Let's assume these vehicles here, they are driving 110 kilometers per hour. 110 kilometers per hour in this lane. So let's say 110. 110, we take away the first 0, multiply it by 3, is going to give us, I think, 33, right? Yes, it's going to give us 33. So are you seeing 33 meters here? No, I'm not seeing 33 meters here. Let's say the minimum is 29. Is this up to 29 meters? No. Okay, let's come to the third lane, this lane. So let's assume these vehicles, they are driving in the highest speed that you can drive in autostrada, which is 130 kilometers per hour. 130 kilometers per hour, in 1 second, they cover a meters of 39 meters. 39 meters, right? Sorry. Yes, 39 meters. So I can say that this distance here is up to 39 meters because the minimum of it is, let's say, 35, right? So I can say this is 35 meters. So should this vehicle stop unexpectedly? Yes, this one will be able to stop because the space is there. But if this vehicle stop unexpectedly, you see boom, boom, everybody hitting each other. This is one thing you must avoid. Whenever you are traveling, try to make sure you maintain, sufficient safety distance from the vehicle that you are following, because should anything happen, you will not be able to stop your vehicle on time because the space or the distance that you kept from that vehicle that you are following is too small. Therefore, this question here, se il veicolo che precede è un autocarro, si deve diminuire la distanza di sicurezza, in quanto i veicoli pesanti hanno uno spazio di frenatura molto più lungo rispetto agli altri veicoli. The answer is falso, because you don't have to diminuire la distanza di sicurezza, rather you have to aumentare la distanza di sicurezza. So the answer is falso. Question number 15. I think this happens to be our last question for today, then but next time, maybe we move to another topic to also go and look into some questions there. If there is a specific topic that you know that you are finding some challenges, please let me know in the comment section so that I will see if I'm going to move into that topic. You understand? You can help yourself by leaving it in the comment section so that next week, I don't think I'll be able to meet up with YouTube class. But if anything changes, I will let us know as well. But I can say 90 to 95%, I'm not sure. You understand? But however, if I'm able to shift it to other days like Sunday or thereabout, I will still let us know. But for now, let us face the question number 15. It said, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che procede. Vero o falso? La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che procede. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che precede. Is it true or false? Vero o falso? Che la distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che procede. I've always advised us to learn how to, all these words that you are seeing in this quiz, learn how to write some of them down, especially the ones you don't know the meaning, and find out what is their meaning. What is this one, talking about? What is this? What is this? This one equal to this, this one equal to this. One day, I'm going to ask us to give me the words that you have on your own written down and their meanings. You understand? One day, I'm going to ask. Although I know that even if I ask, some of us will still not, even respond. Some of us will still pretend as if nothing happened. But, for those of us who are dedicated, trying hard to make sure that we understand this quiz to enable us pass our exam as soon as possible, which I pray that you are able to do that as soon as possible, maybe even before the ending of this year. So I just pray that you are able to write your exam, you pass your exam, so that before the next winter, at least you'll be done with anything that has to do with this quiz there. But if you are doing practical, it's different. So, but one day I'm going to ask this thing. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che procede. So, the question is telling us that the safety distance should be increased at that time that you find it difficult to evaluate the behavior of the driver that you are following. You understand? It is true. Remember, comportamento means behavior. Valutare means evaluate. Conducente, we already know that. Procede means that the one that you are following. So that is it. So it means that, if you are following a vehicle and you don't understand, you can't be able to evaluate what this vehicle is about to do, then you increase your safety distance. I understand that so many of you might not understand why I did not use these vehicles, but I choose to use these ones to give my example. Even if I ask, maybe so many of us might not understand, but let me explain it to us. The other day, for those of you that are in our WhatsApp group, I sent a video where police, Autostrada police, they decided to stop a particular driver because they said, why would this vehicle be moving in this third lane when you are having every other lanes free? So remember, in Autostrada, you have lane 1, lane 2, lane 3. This lane 1 is for marcia normale, which is normal circulation. Lane 2 is to overtake the vehicles that are circulating in the lane 1, while lane 3 is to overtake the vehicles that are circulating in lane 2. Therefore, lane 2 and 3, they are for overtaking. But look at this vehicle here. It's having this whole lot of space and still decide to maintain this lane. So if I am this driver behind this vehicle, I will not ask myself, why is this vehicle not returning to this lane? So I don't know what the vehicle is about to do. You understand? So let me increase my safety distance to observe what the vehicle is about to do. Maybe at the end of the day, I will now later discover that he's still maintaining this lane because maybe his target is to overtake this vehicle, this one, and this other one. You understand? Which is fine, you understand, because it's allowed for you to carry out more than one overtaking as long as you're not causing obstruction to circulation. But in the other hand, this place is free, whereby this vehicle can just, enter here, because I don't even think it can be able to meet up to overtake all of them. However, that depends on the speed that they are driving. But this is just to let you know why I choose to use this one. And if you are driving, understand that this is where you need to do your normal driving. And for those of us who might be doing our practical in Autostrada, remember it is prohibited for you to engage this lane. Don't try such an error, because that might give you red flag. You understand? Yes, you can engage this one to carry out overtaking and return. And if you happen to find yourself maybe on your exam day to be this vehicle, please engage this lane. Don't maintain this one because you want to overtake that. Examinatory will see it as error. You understand? Because you are maintaining too much. You are maintaining too long the overtaking lane, which according to some question in the quiz, they also told us that maintaining too much overtaking lane could be the reason for accident. So if you are doing your exam, practical exam in Autostrada, please avoid this kind of mistake. So guys, this is where we are going to leave it today. Remember, the answer is vero, la distanza di sicurezza deve essere aumentata qualora sia difficile valutare il comportamento del conducente che procede. So the safety distance needs to be increased at that time that you are unable to evaluate the behavior of the driver of the vehicle that you are following. So that is it. The answer is vero. So guys, this is where we are going to leave it for today. Remember, as I told us before, if you are not in our Zoom class, you can reach out to me through this number that you are seeing here, 388-643-1524. You have 2 days of free classes and you don't have anything to lose. That is where we do the main explanations. Here is just to answer questions. So guys, I appreciate you for your time. I'm not seeing any question in the comment section, but if you later find any question that you find difficult to understand, you can still leave it in the comment section. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. See you some other time. As I said, next week Saturday is a 90% no for me, but anyhow, I will still let us know. Have a wonderful day.